ร์ให้ช่องของเราด้วยนะคะ
A 1-mile race. There is a race today. He puts on his shorts. He puts on his sneakers. He goes to the track. It is a 1-mile race. Other boys show up at the starting line. The race starts. All the boys run fast. They run around the track 4 times. The race ends. He comes in 3rd place. Good soldiers, bad soldiers. He plays war with his plastic soldiers. The good soldiers attack the bad soldiers. The good soldiers have big tanks. They have fast jeeps. They have big guns. They shoot at the bad soldiers. The good soldiers march forward. The bad soldiers march backward. The good soldiers win the war. The bad soldiers lose the war. Amir at dance school. She goes to dance school. She wears special shoes. She stands in front of a mirror. It is a big mirror. It goes from one wall to the other. She holds onto a bar. She stretches her leg. She stretches the other leg. She points her toes. She bends over. She touches her toes. A job on the farm. Andy's uncle is a farmer. Andy goes to the farm. He milks the cow. He feeds the pig. It is always hungry. He collects the eggs. The chickens lay many eggs. He finishes his 3 jobs. He says goodbye to his uncle. His uncle thanks him. He gives Andy 2 dozen eggs. Dress up like her mom. She dresses up. She dresses like her mom. She puts lipstick on her lips. She puts a necklace around her neck. She puts a pretty hat on her head. She puts high heels on her feet. She sprays perfume on her neck. She looks in the mirror. She sees a little woman. Firetruck saves house. He has a little fire truck. It is a red plastic fire truck. He sees a fire. He calls 911. A house is on fire. Please hurry. He pushes the fire truck. The fire truck goes to the house. The fire truck sprays water on the house. The fire is out. Everyone is safe. Polar bears need help. She worries a lot. She worries about polar bears. They are big white bears. They live in the north. They need snow. They need ice. They need cold weather. There is too much pollution. Pollution heats up the earth. Heat melts the ice. The ice is the polar bear's home. No ice means no home. He fishes with his dad. He has a fishing rod. He fishes with his dad. They drive to a lake. There are fish in the lake. His dad gives him a worm. He puts the worm on a hook. The worm wiggles. He drops the worm into the lake. A fish sees the worm. The fish bites the worm. A soccer goalie. She plays soccer. She has a uniform. She wears her uniform every Saturday. Her team plays every Saturday. Her team wins sometimes. Her team loses sometimes. She is the goalie. She stands in front of the goal. She blocks shots. Sometimes she misses. Then the other team scores. That makes her unhappy. A soft, wet frog. Frogs are outside his house. They are quiet in the daytime. They are noisy at night. It is nighttime. The frogs are singing. He grabs a flashlight. He goes outside. He shines the light on a frog. It hops. He picks it up. It is soft and wet. It kicks its legs. He puts it down. A turtle has its own home. A turtle is a funny animal. It carries its home on its back. It never stops at a hotel. It never rents an apartment. It never buys a house. A turtle is a homeowner. It is always next to its home. It is never far from its home. Home is always on its back. A doll for her birthday. It is her birthday. She gets a doll for her birthday. The doll is in a box. She takes the pink ribbon off the box. She takes the white wrapper off the box. She takes the doll out of the box. The doll is pretty. It has white hair. It has a pink dress. It has red shoes. The tree and the clouds. He looks at the tree. The wind blows the leaves. A squirrel runs up the tree. He looks at the street. A woman parks her car. She gets out of her car. He looks at the sky. He looks at the clouds in the sky. They are big clouds. They are dark clouds. It looks like rain. Grandma and Grandpa are nice. Her grandma is short and fat. Her grandpa is tall and thin. They are both old. They have white hair. They smell funny. They always hug her. They always kiss her. They always bring her gifts. They always bring her chocolates. They always visit for a few days. They are nice to her. She loves them. They play Monopoly for fun. Monopoly is a popular board game. He plays Monopoly with his friends. There are 2 dice. They throw the dice. They move their tokens around the board. He always uses the car token. His best friend always uses the horse token. They all have fun. They play after school. They play on the weekend. She does many things after school. She is busy after school. She comes home after school. She does her homework. She takes the dog for a walk. She feeds the dog. She eats dinner. She clears the table. She brushes her teeth. She watches TV. She watches for 2 hours only. Her parents allow her only 2 hours. She goes to bed. He has New York caps. He has 2 baseball caps. One says New York Yankees. The other says New York Mets. He has a golf cap. It says Silver Lake GC. He has a football cap. It says New York Giants. He has a ski cap. It says Song Mountain. He wears his caps to baseball and football games. He wears them after school. She practices flips for the Olympics. She does handstands. She does cartwheels. She does flips. She does backflips and front flips. She does somersaults. She trains every day. She is a gymnast. She practices for the Olympics. The Olympics take place every 4 years. She practices her handstands and cartwheels. She practices her flips and somersaults. Practice makes perfect. Hide and seek. She plays hide and seek. She plays with her brothers and sisters. She plays with her friends. They play after school. They play outdoors. One person is it. He or she closes his or her eyes. He or she counts to 100. The other players hide somewhere nearby. Then the it person tries to find the others. Watch the magician closely. A magician is cool. He makes things disappear. He makes them reappear. He changes things into other things. He changes a bunny into a scarf. He changes a scarf into a bird. He gives you a deck of cards. You secretly pick a card. He knows which card. He knows so many cool tricks. A pony ride in a corral. She likes pony rides. She goes to the corral. She picks out a pony. She gives a carrot to the pony. She gets up on the pony. She sits in the saddle. She pats the pony's head. She pats the pony's neck. The pony walks around the corral. She holds on to the reins. She enjoys the ride. Puddles are fun. He likes the rain. Rain makes puddles. He likes puddles. He jumps into puddles. He jumps across puddles. He slides on his back in puddles. He sits in puddles. He gets wet in puddles. His shoes get wet. His clothes get wet. He gets dirty. His clothes get dirty. He goes home. His mom yells at him. Ride on the school bus. He waits for the school bus. He sees the yellow bus. It stops in front of him. The door opens. He climbs up the steps. He says hello to the driver. The driver says good morning. He walks to the back of the bus. He sits next to the window. The bus starts. He looks out the window. She does her homework. The teacher asks a question. She raises her hand. Other students raise their hands. The teacher calls on her. She answers the question. The teacher says she is correct. She feels good. She smiles. She knows most of the answers. She does her homework at night. She knows the answers for the next day. A math problem. She reads the math problem. John has 3 apples. He gives 1 apple to Mary. He gives another apple to Billy. How many apples does John have? She thinks. 3 apples minus 2 apples is 1 apple. John has 1 apple. The answer is 1. She shows her answer to the teacher. Her teacher smiles.